Hi student, very good morning. Welcome to iCube Learning Center. This is Prakash, Faculty of Biology Department. நம்ம இன்னைக்கு பார்க்க போகிற டைட்டில் என்ன அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம் அப்படின்னா ஹியூமன் ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன். ஸோ இந்த ஹியூமன் ரீப்ரொடக்ஷனில் மேல், ஃபீமேல், கேமெட்டோஜெனசிஸ், மென்ஸ்ட்ரல் சைக்கிள் எல்லாத்தையும் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ ஹியூமன் ரீப்ரொடக்ஷனில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன் அப்படின்னா என்ன அப்படிங்கிறதா. ஸோ ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன் இஸ் த ப்ரொடக்ஷன் ஆஃப் யங் ஒன்ஸ் பை an ஆர்கானிசம். ஒவ்வொரு ஆர்கானிசமும் பார்த்திங்க அப்படின்னா அதனோட யங் இண்டிவிஜுவலாக ப்ரொடியூஸ் பண்ணக்கூடிய அந்த ப்ராசஸ் பேர் தான் ரீப்ரொடக்ஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்கிறோம். ஸோ ஹியூமன்ஸ் ஆர் செக்ஷுவலி ரீப்ரொடியூசிங் அண்ட் விவிபேரஸ். செக்ஷுவலினா மேல் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் செக்ஸ் ஆர்கன்ஸ் ஆர் ஃபியூஸ் வித் ஒன் another அண்ட் ஃபார்ம் அ ஜைகோட். ஜைகோட்லேருந்து என்ன ஃபார்ம் ஆகும் அப்படின்னா எம்ப்ரியோ ஃபார்ம் ஆகிட்டு நியூ ஆஃப்ஸ்ப்ரிங் வந்து பார்த்திங்கன்னா ஃபார்ம் ஆகும். அண்ட் ஹியூமன் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் இஸ் ஆஃப் டூ டைப்ஸ், நேம்லி மேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் அண்ட் ஃபீமேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம். ஸோ ஃபஸ்ட்டு நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது மேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம் தான் பார்க்க போகிறோம். ஸோ இந்த மேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டத்தோட மேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டம்ல என்னென்ன எல்லாம் ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆகிருக்குன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா பேர்டு டெஸ்டிஸ், அக்சசரி டக்ட்ஸ், அக்சசரி கிளான்ஸ், எக்ஸ்டர்னல் ஜெனிட்டாலியா கால்டு பெனிஸ். ஸோ இதில் அக்சசரி டக்ட்ஸ் எகைன் என்னவோ கிளாஸிஃபை பண்ணியிருப்போம் அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா பிரிச்சிருக்கோம்னா ரீட்டி டெஸ்டிஸ், வாசா எஃப்ரென்சியா, எபிடிடைமிஸ், vas difference, and accessory glands are prostate gland ஒன்று இருக்கும், seminal vesicle ரெண்டு, and corpus or bulbourethral gland ரெண்டு வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ப்ரெசென்ட் ஆகிருக்கும். ஸோ இதுதான் டோட்டலாக ஒரு ஸ்கீமேட்டிக் டயக்ராமேட்டிக் ப்ரெசன்டேஷன் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா மேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் சிஸ்டத்தோடது. ஸோ ஒவ்வொன்றா அப்படியே என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ paired testis, so primary sex organs that produce sperms and testosterone. The testes are formed within abdomen. So soon after the birth or at the 8th month of pregnancy, they descend into the scrotal sac. Scrotum சொல்லி சொல்றோம் இல்லையா, அந்த ஸ்க்ரோட்டமுக்கு என்ன ஆகும்னா மைக்ரேட் ஆகும் through inguinal canal. The low temperature 2 to 2.5 degrees Celsius or 3 degrees Celsius less than the body temperature of scrotum helps for proper functioning of testis and for spermatogenesis, formation of sperms அப்படிங்கிறத நம்ம spermatogenesis later அப்படி பின்னாடி பார்க்கலாம். நம்ம ஸோ paired testisல நம்ம அடுத்து பார்க்க போகிறது அதனுடைய சைஸ். ஸோ each testis is oval in shape, length 4 to 5 cm, width 2 to 3 cm. Each testis has about 250 testicular lobule அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடியது வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இந்த ஏரியாவில் வந்து testicular lobule அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடியது. So each lobule contain 1 to 3 coiled seminiferous tubules. அந்த டயக்ராமில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா தெரியும். So seminiferous tubule is lined internally with the spermatogenic cells, which means spermatogonia or male germ cell, and Sertoli cells called supporting cells. Sertoli cells give shape and nourishment to developing spermatogonia. Paired testis நம்ம அடுத்து பார்க்க போகிறது the regions outside the seminiferous tubule interstitial space contain அதில் என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு பார்த்தோம்னா small blood vessels, interstitial cells are Leydig cells, immunologically competent cells. Leydig cells secrete testicular hormones called androgens. So second நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது accessory duct. இந்த accessory ductல நம்ம என்னென்ன இருக்குன்னு சொல்லியிருந்தோம்னா rete testis, it is irregular cavities, vasa efferentia, series of fine tubules, epididymis stores sperms temporally, and finally vas deferens. The vas deferens join with the duct of seminal vesicle form common ejaculatory duct. ஸோ கண்டக்ஷன் ஆஃப் ஸ்பெர்ம் த்ரூ அக்சசரி டக்ட்ஸ் அடிக்கடி நீட்டில் கேட்கக்கூடிய ஒரு கொஷினு. ஸோ என்ன வழியில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு போகும்னா செமினிஃபெரஸ் டியூபியூல், தென் ரேட்டி டெஸ்டிஸ், வாசா எஃப்ரென்சியா, எபிடிடைமிஸ், வாஸ் டிஃபரன்ஸ், common ejaculatory duct, urethral meatus. So this is the actual way the sperm வந்து இந்த வழியாக தான் ட்ராவல் ஆகும். seminiferous tubules, rete testis, vasa efferentia, epididymis, vas deferens, common ejaculatory duct, urethral meatus. The urethra receives the ducts of prostate and Cowper's gland and passes through the penis. Accessory glands, they include a pair of seminal vesicle, a prostate gland, a pair of Cowper's or bulbourethral gland. Their collective secretion is called seminal plasma. It is rich in fructose, calcium and enzymes. It is an important part. So இந்த fructose இதை வச்சு தான் என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னு பார்த்தோம்னா இந்த ரேப் இதெல்லாம் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஐடென்டிஃபை பண்ணுவாங்க. ஏன்னா ஃபீமேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் ஆர்கனில் ஃப்ரக்டோஸ் செக்ரீஷன் ஆகாது. ஸோ ஃபீமேல் ரீப்ரொடக்டிவ் ஆர்கனில் ஃப்ரக்டோஸோட இது இருந்தது அப்படின்னா கண்டிப்பாக அவங்க செக்ஷுவல் இன்டர்கோர்ஸில் இன்வால்வ் ஆகியிருக்காங்கன்னு அர்த்தம். ஸோ ஃப்ரக்டோஸ், கால்சியம் அண்ட் என்சைம்ஸ். ஸோ செமினல் பிளாஸ்மா ப்ளஸ் ஸ்பெர்ம்ஸ் ரெண்டு சேர்ந்து தான் நம்ம என்ன சொல்கிறோம், செமன். ஸோ ஃபங்க்ஷன்ஸ் ஆஃப் seminal plasma: helps for transporting sperms, supplies nutrients to sperms, provides alkalinity to counteract acidity of uterus, secretion of Cowper's gland, lubricate the penis at the time of coitus. So secretion of epididymis, vas deferens, seminal vesicle and prostate help for maturation and motility of sperms. Penis, it is called external genitalia. It is a copulatory organ which is used to transfer the sperm from male reproductive organ to female vagina. It is made up of a special erectile spongy tissues. When spongy tissue is filled with blood, the penis erects. It facilitates insemination. The cone-shaped tip of the penis is called glans penis. It is covered by profuse called foreskin. So, நம்ம next பார்க்க போகிறது female reproductive system. Female reproductive health. ஸோ இதனோட டோட்டலாக என்னென்ன இதில் பார்க்க போகிறோம் அப்படின்னா paired ovaries, accessory ducts, external genitalia. ஸோ இதில் accessory ducts மட்டும் பார்த்தீங்க அப்படின்னா oviducts, which means fallopian tube ரெண்டு இருக்கும், uterus, vagina, and external genitalia mons, pubis, vestibule, hymen and clitoris அப்படின்னு சொல்லக்கூடியதான் வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா overview. ஸோ அடுத்தது ஒன் பை ஒன்னாக பார்க்கலாம். ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் paired ovaries. So primary sex organ which produce ova, which means female gametophyte, and steroid ovarian hormones estrogen and progesterone. Each ovary is about 2 to 4 cm in length. They are located on both sides of the lower abdomen and connected to the pelvic wall and uterus by ligaments. Each ovary is covered by a thin epithelium which encloses the ovarian stroma. The stroma has outer cortex and inner medulla. Ovary contains group of cells called ovarian or Graafian follicle. Each follicle carries a centrally placed ovum. So accessory duct system: 2 oviducts, fallopian tubes, uterus called womb and vagina. So oviducts called fallopian tubes, Each oviduct is 10 to 12 centimeter long. It has three parts: infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. So, infundibulum is a funnel-shaped opening with many finger-like fimbriae. It helps to collect the ovum. Take a look here. This is called fimbriae. It is used to collect the ovum. And ampulla is a wider part of the fallopian tube. Isthmus, narrow part. It joins the uterus. The ciliated epithelium line the lumen of oviduct drives the ovum towards the uterus. It is an important point. It is a previous year question கேட்டிருந்தாங்க. Uterus, womb. It is inverted, pear shaped. It is supported by ligament attached to the pelvic wall. Uterus has three parts, namely upper fundus, middle body, and terminal cervix. You can take a look here. Cervix open to vagina. The uterine wall has three layers, namely perimetrium, external thin membrane. This is perimetrium, external thin membrane, myometrium, middle thick layer of smooth muscle, and endometrium, inner glandular and vascular. Vagina, it opens to exterior between urethra and anus. The lumen of vagina is lined by a glycogen-rich mucous membrane consisting of sensitive papillae and Bartholin's gland. The secretion of Bartholin's glands lubricate penis during sexual act. So, external genitalia, vulva, so consist of mons pubis, vestibule, hymen, and clitoris. So, mons pubis, a cushion of fatty tissue covered by pubic hair. Vestibule, so a median channel, it includes labia majora, large, fleshy, fatty and hairy outer folds, surrounds vaginal opening. Labia minora, small, thin and hairless inner folds. The hymen, maidenhead, a membrane which partially covered the vaginal opening. It is often torn during the first coitus. The hymen may also be broken by a sudden fall or jolt, insertion of a vaginal tampon, active participation in some sports items, etc. In some women, hymen persists even after coitus, so the hymen is not a reliable indicator of virginity. Clitoris, a highly sensitive organ lying just in front of the urethral opening. The mammary glands, called the breast, it is a modification of sweat gland. A pair of mammary glands contain glandular tissue and fat. Glandular tissue of each breast has 15 to 20 mammary lobes containing clusters of cells called mammary alveoli. The cells of alveoli secrete milk. It is stored in cavities called the lumen of alveoli. The alveoli opens into mammary tubules. The tubules of each lobe join to form a mammary duct. Several mammary ducts join to form a wider mammary ampulla, which is connected to lactiferous duct through which milk is sucked out. So this is the actual sequence of milk conduction. First one, mammary alveoli, mammary tubule, mammary duct, mammary ampulla, and lactiferous duct. So next heading is a gametogenesis, formation of gametes, both male and female gametes. So gametogenesis, it is the formation of gametes in the gonads. It includes spermatogenesis and oogenesis. So gametogenesis is of two types, namely spermatogenesis and oogenesis. The first one, spermatogenesis, it is the formation of sperms in spermatozoa and seminiferous tubules of testes. So stages of spermatogenesis is formation of spermatids and spermiogenesis. The formation of spermatids is include spermatogonia, which means sperm mother cell produce spermatids, and spermiogenesis, spermatids transform into sperm. So first step is a spermatogonia. It is 2n diploid in condition, and mitosis process is taking place. After that, primary spermatocytes, that is also diploid in condition. Again, meiosis first is taking place in that and forms secondary spermatocyte. It is a haploid and takes meiosis 2 and forms spermatids, and spermiogenesis process is taking place and finally form spermatozoa. A primary spermatocytes, two secondary spermatocytes, secondary spermatocytes, and form two spermatids. Thus, a primary spermatocyte produce 4 spermatids or 4 sperms. After spermiogenesis, sperm head become embedded in the Sertoli cells. Then they are released from seminiferous tubule. It is called spermiation. So role of hormones in spermatogenesis is very, very important part. And hypothalamus acts on pituitary, secretion of two gonadotropins, namely luteinizing hormone LH and follicle stimulating hormone FSH. The luteinizing hormone again acts on Leydig cells and secretion of androgen and stimulate spermatogenesis, whereas in follicle stimulating hormone acts on Sertoli cells, stimulates secretion of factors for spermiogenesis. So structure of spermatozoa called sperm. A mature sperm is about 60 micron, which means 0.06 millimeter long. A sperm is enveloped by plasma membrane. Sperm consists of head, middle piece, tail. First one, head, oval shaped, formed of nucleus and agrosome. Agrosome is formed from Golgi complex. It contains lytic enzymes. Behind the head is a neck. The middle piece composed of axial filament surrounded by mitochondria and cytoplasm. So mitochondria produce energy for the sperm motility. Tail consists of a central axial filament. The sperm moves in fluid medium and female genital tract by the undulating movement of the tail. A human male ejaculates about 200 to 300 million sperms during a coitus. For normal fertility, at least 60% sperms must have normal shape and size. 40% of them must show vigorous motility. So next one, oogenesis. So it is the formation and maturation of ovum. It takes place in graphene follicle. Oogenesis is initiated in embryonic stage when millions of egg mother cells called oogonia are formed within each ovary. No more oogonia are formed and added after birth. The oogonia multiply to form primary oocytes. they enter into prophase 1 of the meiosis and get temporarily arrested at the stage. Each primary oocyte gets surrounded by a layer of granulosa cells to form primary follicle. A large number of primary follicle degenerate during the phase from birth to puberty. Therefore, at puberty only 60,000 to 80,000 primary follicle are left in each ovary. Development of ovarian follicle. Primary follicle, a layer of granulosa cells surrounding a primary oocyte. Secondary follicle, more layers of granulosa cells and a new theca means chamber surrounded a primary oocyte. And third one, tertiary follicle, fluid filled cavity called antrum develops. Theca layer forms inner theca interna and outer theca externa. So, Graafian follicle, fully matured follicle. The primary oocyte within the tertiary follicle grows in size and undergoes first unequal meiotic division to form a large haploid secondary oocyte and a tiny first polar body. The secondary oocyte retains the nutrient rich cytoplasm of the primary oocyte. It is unknown that whether the first polar body divides further or degenerates. The tertiary follicle further changes into the mature follicle called Graafian follicle. Secondary oocyte forms a new membrane called zona pellucida. Graafian follicle now ruptures to release the secondary oocyte called ovum from the ovary. This is called ovulation. So, this is the exact structure of formation of oogenesis. Oogonia, it is diploid, 46 chromosomes. Mitosis process is taking place in that in the embryonic stage, then form primary oocyte. It is also a diploid. Grow in size, primary oocytes formed. Meiosis first then take place. Secondary oocytes and first polar body is formed. Then meiosis second, during fertilization, oocyte, ovum or second polar body are formed. Structure of ovum. So, spherical and non-motile, size about 0.2 millimeter in diameter. Ovum has three membranes: plasma membrane called oolemma, innermost layer; zona pellucida, outer to the plasma membrane; and corona radiata, outer layer formed of follicle cells. So, this is the difference between spermatogenesis and oogenesis. Occurs in testis and occurs in ovary. Limited growth phase, whereas oogenesis is elaborated growth phase. Each primary spermatocyte gives four sperms. Each primary oocyte gives only one ovum. No polar body formation, whereas polar bodies are formed. Begins at puberty at extent up to salinity. Begins at the embryonic stage but suspend up to the puberty. It ceases around the age of 50. So, next heading நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறது menstrual cycle. So, menstrual cycle or reproductive cycle, it is the cyclic events starting from one menstruation till the next that take place during reproductive period called puberty to menopause of a woman's life. The duration is 28 or 29 days. Menstrual cycle is also seen in other primates. So, menstrual cycle is consist of two cycles, namely ovarian cycle, changes in ovary, and uterine cycle, changes in uterus, oviduct and vagina. So, there are different phases is present in menstrual cycle. First phase is menstrual phase, takes place in the first day to fifth day. Follicular or proliferative phase 5th to 13th day, whereas third phase, ovulatory phase, 14th day. Secretory or luteal phase takes place during the day of 15th to 28th day. So menstrual phase, first one, takes place during 1st to 5th day. In this phase, the cycle starts with menstrual flow called bleeding. It lasts for 3 to 5 days. It is due to breakdown of endometrial lining and blood vessels of the uterus that comes out through vagina. So menstruation occurs if the released ovum is not fertilized. Lack of menstruation indicates pregnancy. It may also be caused due to stress, poor health, etc. Second phase, follicular or proliferative phase. It starts from 5th day after menstruation and completed within 8 to 12 days. In this phase, action of gonadotropins called FSH and LH from pituitary occurs. FSH stimulates development of primary follicle into Graafian follicle, secretion of estrogens by Graafian follicle. Estrogen stimulates proliferation of ruptured uterine, endometrium and mucous lining of oviduct and vagina. The development of secondary sexual characters, suppression of FSH secretion, secretion of LH called luteinizing hormone. Third stage, ovulatory phase, it takes place in 14th day. LH and FSH attain a peak level in the middle of cycle. So rapid secretion of LH called LH surge induce rupture of Graafian follicle and thereby ovulation. Fourth phase, secretory or luteal phase, takes place in 15th to 28th day. So after ovulation, Graafian follicle is transformed into yellow endocrine mass called corpus luteum. It secretes progesterone. So by the action of progesterone, endometrium attains maximum vascularity, thickness and softness. Thus, the uterus gets ready for implantation. So FSH secretion is inhibited to prevent development of a second ovarian follicle. So during pregnancy, all events of menstrual cycle stop and there is no menstruation. If fertilization does not occur, corpus luteum degenerates, it causes disintegration of endometrium, it leads to next menstruation and new cycle will be formed. So menarche, the first menstruation during puberty, menopause, stopping of menstrual cycle at about 50 years of age. So overall changes in pituitary hormone called FSH, follicular stimulating hormone, and luteinizing hormone levels, changes in ovarian events, changes in ovarian hormone, estrogen and progesterone levels, changes in uterus, uterine events. So next heading, fertilization and implantation. So during copulation, semen is released by the penis into the vagina. It is called insemination. So sperms enter into vagina, then cervical canal and uterus and reach to isthmus, and here ovum will be released from ovary, fimbriae collecting the ovum and travel to through infundibulum and umbula. These sperms and egg are meet at the point called ambulary isthmic junction. So fertilization is take place exactly in this region. So fusion of sperm with ovum is called fertilization. It occurs in ambulary isthmic junction of fallopian tube. So fertilization happens only if ovum and sperms are transported simultaneously. So all copulation do not lead to fertilization and pregnancy. A sperm comes in contact with the zona pellucida. It induces changes in the membrane that block the entry of additional sperms. The secretion of the acrosome helps sperm to enter into the egg cytoplasm via zona pellucida and plasma membrane. This causes second meiotic division of the secondary oocyte to form an ovum and secondary polar body. The haploid nuclei of the sperm and ovum fuse together to form a diploid zygote. The mitotic division, called cleavage, starts as the zygote moves through the isthmus towards the uterus and forms 2, 4, 8, 16 daughter cells called blastomeres. You can take a look here. The embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres is called a morula. Morula continues to divide and transform into blastocyst. So the blastomeres in the blastocyst are arranged into an outer layer called trophoblast and an inner group of cells, inner cell mass, attached to trophoblast. The trophoblast layer then gets attached to endometrium. The inner cell mass gets differentiated to 3 germ layers: outer ectoderm, middle mesoderm and inner endoderm. This 3-layered structure forms the embryo. So after attachment, uterine cell divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. As a result, the blastocyst becomes embedded in the endometrium. This is called implantation. So next heading, pregnancy and embryonic development. So after implantation, finger-like projection, chorioniac villi appear on the trophoblast, which is surrounded by the uterine tissue and maternal blood. The chorioniac villi and uterine tissue becomes interdigitated with each other to form placenta. The placenta is a structural and functional unit between embryo or fetus and maternal body. The placenta is connected to the embryo by an umbilical cord. It transports substance to and from the embryo. So functions of placenta acts as barrier between the fetus and mother. So supply of oxygen, nutrients, etc. from mother to fetus. So remove carbon dioxide and excretory waste from fetus. Acts as an endocrine gland. It secretes human chorionic gonadotropin HCG, human placental lactogen HPL, estrogens, progesterone and relaxin. So relaxin is also secreted by ovary. So during pregnancy, level of estrogens, progestogens, cortisol, prolactin, thyroxine, etc. are also increased in maternal blood. They support the fetal growth, metabolic changes in the mother and maintain pregnancy. The germ layers gives rise to all tissues. Germ layers appear in the ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm. The stem cells in inner cell mass have the potential to give rise to all the tissues and organs. Human pregnancy gestation period lasts 9 months. For cats 2 months, dogs 2 months, elephant 21 months. Changes in embryo during pregnancy. So after 1 month, heart is formed. End of 2nd month, limbs and digits are developed. End of 12 weeks, which means first trimester, the major organs called limbs, external genital organs, etc. are well developed. So during 5th month, first movement of fetus and appearance of hair on the head. So end of 24th week, 2nd trimester, body is covered with fine hair, eyelids separate and eyelashes are formed. End of 9th month, ready for delivery. So next one, parturition and lactation. So parturition, which means labor, process of giving birth to young ones. It is induced by neuroendocrine mechanism. The signals from the fetus and placenta induce mild uterine contraction called fetal ejection reflex. This causes the release of oxytocin from maternal pituitary. So oxytocin causes stronger uterine muscle contraction, which in turn stimulate further secretion of oxytocin. This process is continued, leading to expulsion of baby out of the uterus through the birth canal. So after parturition, the umbilical cord is cut off. The placenta and remnant of umbilical cord are expelled from the maternal body after parturition. It is called afterbirth. Lactation. The mammary glands produce milk towards the end of pregnancy by the process called lactation. The yellowish milk produced during the initial few days of lactation is called colostrum. It contains several antibodies essential to develop resistance for the newborn babies.